Hello and welcome to the latest edition of Untitled Reviews. This time around we're taking a look at Razer's brand new Viper Mini gaming mouse. Now this is the smaller version of Razer's famed ambidextrous Viper mouse. And being smaller and indeed lighter, this should allow for easier and sharper movements in high intensity gaming situations. At a price of $39.99, it's an absolute bargain for a Razer mouse and may just be one of the best value for money small form factor gaming mice this year. On the front of the box we find a large picture of the Viper Mini complete with Razer logo, Chroma RGB logo and three major talking points of the Viper Mini. It's 61-gram ultra lightweight ambidextrous design, Razer's optical mouse switches and SpeedFlex cable. And on the back of the box we find yet more product information. As well as its 61-gram ultra lightweight ambidextrous design, optical mouse switches and SpeedFlex cable, the Viper Mini also offers an 8500 DPI optical sensor, onboard memory profiles, and it's powered by Razer's Chroma RGB software and lighting engine. And inside the box we find the wired Viper Mini itself, complete with instruction manual and complimentary silver Razer logo sticker. Right, so now we've got the Viper Mini out of the box, what are my thoughts on its design? Well, as you can see, it's evidently a rather small mouse. Now, it's 38.3mm tall, making it fractionally taller than the original Viper, but it is a noticeably 4mm narrow than its kind of standard and slightly larger brother, which does make it quite a narrow mouse indeed. Now, as well as it being narrow, it also happens to be rather light. Now, Razer make a lot of this on their product information, being 61 grams, which compared to the MX Master 3 wireless office mouse that we're kind of going to review later on, that is 141 grams or 5 ounces if you're from across the pond, making this kind of 2.5 times lighter. But despite its smaller size, it still certainly looks the part with Razer's typical aggressive lines and hard plastics. Now this makes it extra comfortable and rather sturdy indeed. Now the 6 programmable buttons that the Viper Mini offers are tactile and firm to the touch. It does have a noticeable lack of rubber side grips, unlike Razer's other mice, which could help to make it even more comfortable, but I suppose the overall ambidextrous shape of it suffices in making it certainly a comfortable mouse at this quite small size. Now with its lightweight nature, it already offers an unparalleled gliding experience across your desk, especially given Razer's SpeedFlex braided cable, which is designed to minimise drag for a more rewarding gaming experience. And certainly on the whole, the Viper Mini looks the part and is also rather comfortable indeed. In terms of gaming performance then, how did the Viper Mini perform? Well, with its low weight at 61 grams and a wide connection, it means that it's light with no latency, and that's certainly one of the Viper Mini's standout features. It features an 8500 DPI sensor, and this is probably one of Razer's first mice to do so. It makes a change to the 20,000 featured on the likes of the Basilisk Ultimate or Death Adder V2, but don't let that get you down, because 8,500 DPI is plenty for such a small mouse. And even though this is marketed pretty much as a gaming mouse, the Viper Mini could also be well placed as a nifty little travel mouse with its small size and overall form factor. And Razer's optical switches mean that you're not compromised on performance. It utilises light beams as opposed to traditional mechanisms, which make them even faster, and they also happen to be rather clicky, which makes a change from previous ones that are like clicking wet sponge. So in terms of software and lighting, the Viper Mini features 2 lighting zones. One is the Razer logo and the other one is the underside of the mouse, as you can see on this screen in Synapse 3. Now as always, Razer's Chroma lighting is both sharp and crisp. And one thing to note with the Viper Mini, as we can just see here, is that it comes enabled with Razer's rather impressive Synapse 3 software, which helps it stand out from the likes of Logitech's G-Hub, for instance. Now this offers infinite programming ability on any of the Viper Mini's 6 programmable buttons. So for instance, if we take this kind of forward mouse button here, we can do everything from keyboard functions across the entire keyboard, mouse function, so you can have it as a double click button or scrolling up, left, right, down, whatever you want it to do. We can program macros. It offers the chance to change sensitivity from up, down, on the fly changes and cycle through them at will. You can use it amongst 2 devices. We can switch profiles. Because the Viper Mini has onboard profile storage, we can change the lighting effect. It utilises Razer's Hypershift, which helps to basically double the amount of programmable buttons to 12 from 6, offering you even more programming functionality. We can launch programs or websites. It can also act as kind of a bit of a multimedia player, so volume down, up, mute, the mic volume up, playing, pausing, or skipping tracks. Windows shortcuts, so we can launch the calculator, Paint, Notepad, all those sorts of things. Closing app, show the desktop, as well as utilising text functions here as well. Within the performance section, this is where you can change the 5 stages of DPI from anything from 200 up to 8,500. So say I wanted stage 4 to be, 4,000 dead, then you've just got to put it in there, and you can change the stages there. We can change the polling rate from anything from 125 to 500 Hz to 1000 Hz as well. Now the lighting here, we can change the brightness of it and change all of the effects. So it can be static on one colour. At this moment it is on a magenta type colour. We can have it breathing, reactive, or just cycle through a spectrum, as it will be out of the box. Now even then, there's some advanced effects that can be programmed through Razer Chroma Studio, where you can basically change anything or any element of the lighting that you wish to. And there's also options to switch off the lighting when your display goes off or when the mouse is idle for a certain amount of time. Now, what's also good about Synapse 3, even with the Viper Mini or any other Razer mice, is that it can be calibrated to any particular surface. Now, if you own a Razer mouse mat, this will just work straight out the box. Or if you want to customize it to your own specific surface, then Synapse will allow you to do that as well. Now, Synapse isn't just exclusive to the Viper Mini, it works on any kind of Razer-enabled device, so there's options to connect Synapse 3 to the likes of the Philips Hue lighting system, so you can build your RGB kingdom beyond your office, as well as off-the-wall options for lighting, such as the audio visualizer, similar to the likes that Logitech offer on their G502 Lightspeed wireless mouse, that connects the RGB lighting of Chroma to any audio that's playing off your computer, which is particularly useful if you want to try it on songs with heavy bass lines or harsh drum solos, such as Phil Collins' In the Air Tonight, or any of Flea's bass lines on any of those Red Hot Chili Pepper signature songs. So overall, the Viper Mini excels when it comes to lighting with Chroma, and offers infinite functionality when it comes to Synapse 3's software. Right, so in conclusion then, what are my thoughts on the Viper Mini? Well, it's the mouse for you if you're looking for a small gaming mouse that packs a massive punch with Razer's conventional features, making it one of the standout mice for this year. Now, there are some cheaper options such as Logitech's G203 and Corsair Harpoon, which aren't quite as light or offer the same level of sensitivity. But what really makes the Viper Mini stand out from the crowd is Razer's Synapse 3 software and customization, which so far remains unrivaled. Now, despite the Viper Mini being quite a small mouse indeed, it may be too small and too narrow for some, and 2 lighting zones may not be enough for those that like to have a Pink Floyd concert on their desk. But regardless, the Viper Mini comes highly recommended from us, and certainly shapes up to be one of the best small mice that you could buy this year. Now, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and if you like what you see, we've got our Amazon affiliate links down in the description if you want to purchase the Viper Mini.